Welcome back, everybody, to a special edition of Wellness Wednesday. Today, we're going to be talking about bow hunting. Why bow hunting? Because in order to bow hunt, you need shoulder mobility. And shoulder mobility is going to be great for bow hunting, but it's also going to be great for when you're practicing jobs overhead at work. So, tune in to the next part of the video as we talk about how bow hunting and shoulder mobility and working can all go together. Anyone who has been bow hunting knows that it's easier to point the bow up and then retract the bowstring back to get a good pull. Well, what if you can't do that? Or what if by putting the bow in the air, it would allow the animal to see you? Having a more mobile shoulder will allow you to be more efficient not only in your bow hunting, but in the workplace. Being able to pull that 80-pound bowstring back requires strength, but it also requires a mobile shoulder. And the more mobile we become, the more efficient we become. Before we work on our shoulder mobility, let's test our shoulder mobility. So what you're going to need to do, you're going to need to put your shoulder up against the wall. From here, you're going to put your arm forward and raise it up as far as you can. When you go as far as you can, you're going to rotate your wrist just like I did there and go down. The key is you want to keep that shoulder as close to the wall as you can. Here I'm going to show you another angle. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to raise our arm up. We're going to rotate our wrist when we get as far as we can. And then we're going to go all the way down and then go all the way back up. This is a test, but you can also use this as a drill to get you shoulder mobility as well. Before we start working on our shoulder mobility, let's make sure our shoulders are warmed up. So see here, we're going to do some arm circles, and I'm going to rotate my wrist as I do the circles so I make sure that I get internal and external rotators of the shoulder. It's quick, effective, and should make you feel pretty good. Up next, we're going to do some rolling, or foam rolling to be exact, of our T-spine or our thoracic spine, so our upper back. As you can see here, I'm rolling myself using my legs. I'm changing my arm position each time that I roll so that I can get a different tension point in my upper back. So I started with a little hug and now I'm at a big hug. If you find a spot that was more tense than the other, you can put that foam roller right on that spot and put your arms up like you're making a snow angel, just like I'm doing here. This will help relieve that tension in that one spot. From there, do one final roll out and you should be good to go. Next up, we're going to try to foam roll our lat. So our lat is right there where you see me rubbing. We're going to put that spot right there on the foam roller and we're going to use our body to roll out. This is a little bit difficult movement, so make sure that you're wearing something that you can slide easily in. Next up, we're going to do snow angels with the foam roller going up the middle of our back. So you're going to place it at the bottom of your back, at the top of your butt, and you're going to let it run up your spine. From there, you're going to do your arms like a snow angel going up and down over and over again. Next up, we have scapular circles. These are really effective. They feel pretty good, but they're a little difficult to do. So you're going to keep your arms straight, your elbows straight, and you're going to try to bend at your upper back or your T-spine and do a circular motion with your shoulder blades. Next up, we have T-spine rotations. You're going to put the foam roller in between your knees, bring your legs to a 90-90 position, and put your arms together in front of you. From there, you're going to reach over to the opposite side as far as you can and touch that side. You're going to try to look at that hand the entire time to make sure that we're getting cervical and thoracic rotation. Next up, we have thoracic reach around. So we're going to get in that same 90-90 position with our hands together in front of us, except now we're going to take that top hand and reach around our whole body, trying to look at that hand and keep that hand all the way on the ground for the whole entire circle. Do this a couple times. It's super effective. Next up, we have scapular reaches. So you're going to need a band. You're going to put a band around your hands and bring your hands about shoulder width apart. From there, you're going to try to keep your elbows and your hand up against the wall and go up and down, trying to make sure you feel tension in the middle of your back. Keeping that same band we just were using before, we can now do what's called a scapular clock. So you're going to visualize a clock up on a wall, and you're going to be in that same position that we were before, except this time we're going to touch each number on that clock. Keep in mind it is important that we're keeping tension in both hands while we're touching the clock. Next up, we have I's, Y's, T's, and W's. For the I, you're going to make an I. You're going to keep your thumbs up, and you're going to make what looks like an I. Try to keep your head in line with the rest of your body. As you can see here, now I've moved on to Y's. We're still keeping our thumbs up and making a Y position. Here's the T, thumbs up again, keeping our head in line with the rest of our body, and we are now making a T. Next up we have W's. W's, you're going to keep your hands at a 90-90 and raise your shoulders back together, trying to pinch your shoulder blades together. Now we're going to do the same I's, Y's, T's, and W's, except we're going to do a thumb down or internally rotated position. Last thing I want to cover before I let y'all go. Having a mobile shoulder will help with your injury prevention. Having a mobile shoulder will help with your efficiency, and it will also help with your longevity. So not only will it help you perform better at work, it'll help you work longer, better, and then when you get off work, it can help you hunt. So I appreciate everyone for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I would love to help.